Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. We're going to jump in charts for Bitcoin. I'm nearly all in cash. I've only got MCRT. I want to buy some Uni. I want to buy some Doge, but I've got my orders already set, and I want to buy World. I've got my orders already set. We're going to look at technicals on Bitcoin. My account now, 725,000. I withdrew a few $1,000s over the weekend for spending, but it's still almost all cash. I'm going to jump into the charts for Bitcoin. We're going to see what I'm going to buy. I want to buy things that can 10x. I'm being extremely defensive going into the election. If Donald Trump doesn't get in, I think a big drop will happen to the markets. If Donald Trump does get in, we can have a big pump. So it's this election is very, very big deal for crypto. Biden and Harris were very against crypto in America. Most crypto companies pulled out of America. However, we have stock market hitting all-time high, Bitcoin hitting near all-time high, gold hitting all-time high. So something, in my opinion, they've been propping up the markets. They printed 400 billion in the last few months. So that means they're still propping up the markets going to the election. Again, what happens if they lose? Trump goes in. Do they keep printing? Does Elon Musk and Trump pump the economy? Or if they win, do they keep printing? It's going to be very difficult. So we're going to look at the technicals. I'm going to go a lot by technicals when there's a lot of news coming out, because the technicals don't lie. They're not manipulated by news. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. And as you can see, my account, 725K, all almost cash. 43K cash, 145K cash, and 444K cash. I've got MCRT 92K, and the rest is cash. I was a seed investor in MCRT, and I bought 105 million MCRT off the open market. So I've got all my seed investment tokens, and I've bought another 105 million off the market. You can see I've got no active futures trade on Bitcoin. I've got a 20 Bitcoin long sit at 62K. You can see when I sold Bitcoin. So here, this is my previous trades on Bitcoin, which have been very beautiful, actually, if you've been following my videos. I sold somewhere here, bought here, but it doesn't show that history for some reason. Sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, and then sold up here. And now we've dropped since where I sold it, which is amazing. Well, not amazing for anyone holding, but if you sold with me, beautiful. We sold at around 71 or 70K. Now it's 68K. Funding fee is still positive. And I've got a 20 Bitcoin long at 62K. And you can see my previous trade history on my Bitcoin trades have been awesome this last 6 months. 11K profit, 26K profit, 23K profit, 27K profit, 22K profit, minus 6K plus 12K. So those are my previous Bitcoin futures longs. And I've got my spots already set up for buying. I've got Doge at 10 cents, Doge at 13 cents, World at $1.30, World at $1.50, and that's for $50,000 worth. Uni at $5.60, and Doge 50,000 worth at 13 cents and 10 cents. Doge came very close to activating my trades yesterday. We came down to 14 cents. Big congratulations, anyone who sold up here with me before the weekend. That was a good call. And you can see my video on that call got crazy views. I've got 91,500 followers. Somehow I predicted the drop, warning Bitcoin, pattern for Bitcoin, and $200,000 Doge and World buy a set. I predicted the drop 2 days ago. I had 24,000 views on this video, but I somehow lost, warning for Bitcoin, then Doge was down 6%, World 5%, Uni's 5%, so everything dropped after I sold, and I'm somehow lost followers, which is weird. Donald Trump, the only president in 72 years who didn't have wars. Let's jump into the technicals. You can see the market already reset. Let's go into Bitcoin and Doge. I'm going to do Bitcoin and Doge in this video, 68K. So the thing that on the weekly candles, we've got still this massive bull flag and big cup and handle, two huge bullish patterns, as I've been talking about for months. Big cup and handle, which is very bullish, as I teach you in the crypto mastercourse, jamescryptoguru.com. Cup, handle, you move the distance of the cup, this distance here. So big breakout potential on that. And then we have this bull flag. So three big bullish patterns, massive bull flag. And then we have another very bullish pattern, broadening descending wedge, megaphone pattern. All three big. However, we've got some bad news. One, we broke down out of this rising wedge that I warned everyone about. I warned everyone and I sold on that rising wedge, and we're breaking down from there. Stochastic is also turning down. You can see here stochastic overbought turning down. Also, the weekly candle just finished last week. It was a green candle. Not much movement on the week. Let's go closer. Let's look at the indicator bots actually. Bitcoin, you get these in jamescryptoguru.com, the crypto mastercourse. Bitcoin indicator bot fire to buy, the crypto guru bot in February 2023 at 20K, still a blue buy at 68K. Bitcoin indicator bot fire to buy 3 weeks ago, still a blue buy, still a buy. Let's go into the daily. In the daily now, you're going to see my rising wedge more clearly. Everyone see it? Rising wedge. Very bearish pattern, rising wedge, builds pressure and breaks down. And I sold based off that rising wedge, and then we broke down. We came down to 67,400. I've got my long set at 62K, and the base of the rising wedge is the target. So this distance here, you can see, is the target of this rising wedge, 62K. So that's why I'm going to be defensive here, in my opinion. Stochastic is coming down. 4 hourly, not much of a drop on the weekend, but again, going into the elections, if Trump wins, we can shoot up. If Harris wins, we can drop down to 62K. So it's going to be a very interesting time going into the elections. Do I see any other pattern? No. So I'm going to keep my Bitcoin trade at 62K. I will act. There's also a very strong support at 64K. You can see here, we have another very strong support at 64K. So I may order open there, but that's my trade. 20 Bitcoin set at 62K, 62,800, stop loss 61,800, $1,000 risk, and my target of 104K eventually when it breaks out. Risking 1,000 to make 42,000 per Bitcoin with no leverage. 10x leverage is 420,000. And you can see I've already got this trade set up on my futures. My futures trade, 20 Bitcoin long, set up at 62K. Let's go into Doge now. Doge 14.8, big drop from where I sold it. Already, if you followed the sell with me, it's already down. It came down 20% or 17% since we sold. And look at that, it came exactly to my trend line. Everyone remember this channel that I had shown on Doge? It came exactly to the bottom of that channel. Now it's trying to hold on. Does it hold on, or does it break down to the next major support at 13 cents? In my opinion, going to the election, it could be dangerous. So just keep that in mind. If this trend line holds, we've been on it since October, beautiful, but I think they've been propping up the markets going into the election. And I think they're going to turn off the printing press. And who remembers that prediction of Donald Trump getting shot in the ear 3 months before it happened? And then he said, once Donald Trump gets into the office, a Great Depression will occur. So let's see, if Trump gets in, that means 2 of his premonitions, his predictions came true. This is the trade I'll take on Doge, opening at 13 cents, stop loss 12.9, stop loss 12.3, risking 5% to make 61%, target 20 cents, 11 risk to reward ratio. Every dollar risk, $11 gain. That's the trade I'll take on Doge. And you can see I've got my Doge buy on spot already set up. I've got Doge at 10 cents, Doge at 13 cents for 50,000, Doge at 10 cents for 50,000, World at $1. These are my trades. That's my account. And again, nearly all cash. Hi, James. Can you do TA with, please? The Doge. Can you do Uni? Good morning, Guru. I'll do when there's multiple requests. Brother, you are the best trader on the internet. Always right. It's crazy. Thank you, Pat. Interesting, good points of view. Thank you so much, James. You're welcome. It dropped after this. Dogecoin, $18. No, maximum 75 cents in my opinion for a long time. It can go to $1 eventually, but not short term. Sam Altman left the World Project? I don't think so. Can someone check that? He's the co-founder. Iran could attack this weekend. They didn't. Thank you, James. Doge is a cup and handle on the weekly. So a lot of requests for World, but I'll do it in the next video. James, what do you do to grow such a nice beard? I never had such long hair or a beard before. I just grew it out 1 year and now it looks amazing. But I try to grow my facial and it just stops at 2 inches. Just let it grow. It'll keep getting thicker. I have a nice quote that I like to say. Man without a beard is like a woman with a beard. Love you all. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Big congratulations. Anyone sold. Altcoins took a big hit the last 2 days since I sold, and I just relaxed on the weekend, and I saved my account. Probably 100,000 on the trades by selling before the drop. That was big drops, 5-10% across the altcoins, some of them worse. Now what I'm going to do is I've got my buy set. and I'm going to watch the market and watch the elections, because it's very dependent on the election. If Trump gets in, we can have a huge pump, but then according to prophecy, after he gets in, a Great Depression will occur. If if Harris gets in, I think the markets will tank because they're very anti-crypto. So let's see how it plays out. I'm going to be defensive though, going into the election at all-time highs on stocks, crypto. I'm still long Tesla, and I'm long altcoins, like I have Guru Ventures investments, and I have the MCRT that I bought off the open market. Everything else is almost all cash. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Have any questions, let me know. In the next video, I'll do World and Uni, because those were two requested, and Bitcoin. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.